I think the last time I stood in front of so many people, there was a jury to my right. Public alley was there, and the judge was just beside those double doors.
Yeah, we believe it. Look.
Yeah, it's true. I was innocent, by the way. Okay. Yeah, firstly, I want to thank Robert for giving me the opportunity to stand up and say a few words. I'm sure you're all pretty aware, if you look at the complexion between myself and Casey, it's pretty obvious I wasn't there for the conception. However, if you want to hear a little bit more, and I'm sure Helen and Robert will fill you in as the time goes on. I don't know what some of you guys thought when you heard about James and Casey's forthcoming wedding. You know, you're probably all excited and ringing them and praising them or whatever. My first thoughts were, shit, that's in the top table. Jeremy Kyle wouldn't touch it. But when we talk about, I've never used the word step, right? I've always said Casey, my daughter, through and through and through. To me, and people think I took her on through a period of her life. She took me on too. Yeah, it wasn't just me taking Casey on. Casey took me on, and we were doing blended families before the word blended became popular. And what I do like is the way Casey adapted herself from a very young age. And I'll give you an example of that. By the way, this is going to be really short. We're all going to get back to your drinks soon, so don't worry. Yeah, I remember Casey going out with her friends. I was sat in the house watching TV. The phone rang. Fixed the phones, Casey on the phone. He said, "Hiya, Dad." I said, "Hi, Casey. Anything all right, love?" Yeah, it's fine." Then she said, "Dad, ain't you black?" I paused for a while. Then I checked. and I said, "Yes, love." And then I heard in the background say, see, I told you. She was out with a group of friends, do you mean? And she loved to promote the fact that she had this blended family. And the way she took to the situation was absolutely superb, do you mean? So I said, I didn't take Casey on, Casey took me on. And I'll give you another example of that, is Casey doesn't know a single thing about sport, and I don't care what she tells you, she don't. She don't know nothing about sport. And I love my rugby, and there was one day I was sat in the room, and it was the autumn internationals, and Wales are playing Australia. Sat down on my own, Casey's upstairs singing, as she normally does, but there was nobody in the house to tell her to shut up, as they normally do. And the game's going on, I'm sat there watching the TV. The door opens, Casey comes down, sits on the sofa. Chin in her arms, watching the TV. My first thought was, something up here. She doesn't even like rugby. And she watched it, and she watched it, and she watched it. And looking back at it, what she was doing, it was kind of like bring me in. It was kind of her accepting me. My dad liked this, I like it too. And that's what she was actually doing. But then she spoilt it by saying, which one's David Beckham? So I'm going to leave it there, right? But I'm going to cut. Like I said, it's only going to be short, but I just want just a one for the bride and groom, just a little bit of advice. Okay, marriage is a 3-ring circus. Yeah, 3-ring circus. It starts with the engagement ring. Had. No. It starts, goes from the engagement ring onto the wedding ring, which we had today, and then follow on from there comes the suffering.